What's up, YouTube? Okay, we're live on YouTube, and we go live on TikTok as well. Make sure the microphone's working. Let's see. Let's see if we can fix this. Just trying to, I don't know, see if we can get that in there. No, that's too much. Upload that one. All right, we'll just go live. Okay. Okay, let's, we need that. We need the chat. Okay. Can I no, I can't minimize that. But we can make this super small. There we go. Okay. And we got that. Okay. We're good to go. All right, cool. Honestly, I need a quick on YouTube and TikTok profile. Yeah, cool. All right. Okay. We're working on, basically we had to refactor all of the code that I've been working on because I want to use the new 3.14T version of Python. Make sure that we're future-proofing all of the code that I'm working on. So it's kind of what I've been up to. It looks like we are collecting data in the background, so we'll just see if we can get a decent. Oh, well, I guess it's just here. Okay. I will reset this here. Okay. Got Algo. Engine. What's up, guys? I don't feel like anything else changed. Okay. So we got the Rust project there. Hey, breadsticks. Hey, do you think an electrical engineer, cloud engineer can work in quant development? Depends on what you're talking about. Are you talking about like corporate? Anyone can start doing this right now. You don't. It doesn't matter your background or anything. What does a quant do differently from a normal dev? We just work in a different workflow, right? It's a lot of researching on data and theorizing in certain mathematics. It's kind of, it's just a little different. It's no different. Like literally we're running code, debugging code, but the code happens to be working over data that is very specific to trading. It's no different. What's up, Limbo? Yeah, we're working my code refactoring. We're working a little Rust as well. I have a Rust project here. Just getting back into the Rust workflow. And yeah, we're working this live paper research script. I was thinking corporate. I don't know about corporate, guys. This is entrepreneurial. What's up, Wall Street? When you say researching on data, what exactly are you researching? I'm researching microstructure edge. So I'm kind of targeting 30 seconds to 5-minute time horizon. So I'm looking for math that can essentially predict the price in that time frame. Limbo, my face is all over the internet, my dude. I'm all over here, dude. Yeah, we're quant maxing, look maxing and quant maxing. I got my real name and my face all over the internet. That's how you do it. It's called personal branding. See, there's my face right there. my face is all over the TikTok as well. That's what's up. That's what's up, guys. All right. So what was I doing? I have this over here. So we're collecting hyperliquid data, and we are trying to get the best form of data for. What are some examples of mathematical code that can predict the price in such? Yeah, Capital. You can go ahead and look at my GitHub. I have a trading algorithm that does pretty well for people. So you can look at here, specifically at the trading algo. So you can go ahead and dive deep on that code. We're always going to be paper trading. We're always going to be back testing. It's never going to stop, guys. That will always be a workflow that I have. Invite people to TES. I won't forget you. All right. I mean, I'm rocking your tick tag, dude. So that's you don't want a lot of people. It degrades the server, I feel like. I have like 500 people in my Discord and barely anyone's around. No one's really doing this. No one's really going crazy with it like I am. Where should I start learning? Right here, man. You start learning right now. Yeah, my Discord is completely free, unmanaged. Yeah, I mean, if you want to be a, what's it called? If you want to be a mod, I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea. I don't know what I'm doing, but you can mod. I can make you a mod. What's up, Trader? Trader, how much money did you make today? Or is that your next post? Also have later. Okay. Yeah, Limbo. Yeah, I could do that. I don't even, honestly, I kind of forget how to do that. Where's the Discord link? I got you. Where is the Discord link? Be careful in the Discord because there is people scamming and pretending to be me. All right, just I have to preface that. Okay, be careful in my Discord. There's people pretending to be me, and they're gonna try and take your money. Okay, yeah, I'll put you as what I think it's like the head quant dev. How do I do that? I don't even know what I'm doing here, dude. I'm the real Dylan. Don't listen. Oh shit, we got the real Dylan. I'm just. All right, I'll see you later, Limbo. I'll get to that later. What's up, Alex? You're the real Dylan. Ah shit. It's no good. All right. What the heck was I doing here? I need that. Stop pretending to be me. Look, there is a bot in here. I don't know who it is. There's a lot of people in here. Too many people. Favorite financial crime to commit? I don't commit financial crime, dude. But insider trading seems pretty chill. Seems like you can get away with that. Can you do Android? I'm supposed to be doing Android work. Alex, I could do it. You just have to talk to AI, my man. If you need to get into the JVM, dive deep into the Kotlin, whatever you need, dude, you can figure out how to prompt AI to get that code. Yeah, insider info seems to be the best way to do it. That's if I was gonna choose a financial crime, I feel like that would be it. A good bot, win rate will be like 50 to 70%, and a good bot, like above 50%, sorry, 56%, let's just say. Yes, I only use AI, guys. There is absolutely zero chance I could get all this code out without AI. Zero. What stocks, forex do you test your code on? Currently, we're testing on Hyperliquid data. I could show you a list of what we're testing on. So we got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, BNB, XRP, ZEC, ENA, Hype, Pump, Aster, XPL. Those are the data. Those are the coins we're pulling in right now. Are you applying for jobs? No. I'm doing this entrepreneurially. Hyperliquid is just a decentralized exchange. It's called, I could show you what it's called, app.hyperliquid.xyz, this website right here. Yeah, this is like my main trading platform, but obviously I could target any platform. We just use this because they got free data. I have also free historical data. 10% per month? Well, to think about it, the best hedge funds, they only make 30 to 40% per year with their algorithms, but they're also trading with a lot of money. So just keep your expectations within that range. Do you know if you can use Grok within it? Yeah, you can use Grok right here, just in the web interface. You can figure out how to, I don't really need to use AI in the IDE. I kind of copy paste over. No, I don't make any money from this just yet. There are some specific prompts how to use the AI platform and how do you structure. Yeah, honestly, it really, with a quant prompt workflow, you really need to give your constraints like upfront, like discuss well, it depends on what you're doing first, but discuss the data. The data is gonna be the most important thing. Like what type of data are you using, frequency, all of that. You need to understand the data deeply before you can go in and prompt. So get a nice little summary of the data you're using and then prompt on top of certain contexts. Is it true that these generated bots made from AI don't work? I'm not too sure what you're saying. What do you mean they don't work? What bot? What? You want some insider info? No, I'm okay, dude. How are you paying bills? Oh, I'm in the Air Force, so I'm on leave right now. So I do this part-time, but I'm getting on the Air Force in January. So quantitative developer. You need a job. This is like my side hustle, but yeah. Yes, the bot will trade automatically. What's up, Ethan? It's been so long. What more is there to do? What do you mean? I'm gonna be consistently researching. Yeah, I mean, obviously we could probably push past 30 to 40% per year, but why am I using Grok? I use Grok, I use ChatGPT. I use it all, dude. I even have Claude, dude. We'll test out Claude. Claude is kind of pretty, it's not good. I really don't like it. My plan ends in 24 days, so I have 24 days of Claude. The bot is not profitable yet. So Ethan, I had to go fully scratch all the code that I had before and rebuild everything with 3.14T. So I fully deleted all the code, and I've been reworking all of my my workflows for the new Python no-GIL version. So we're working on that. So, but it's all up and running now, so we're using the new version of Python. Why don't I like Claude? I don't like how it's too agentic. So I actually don't really like how the agent workflow. Claude is good for compartmentalized web dev workflow. For this, it's really not that great. It's okay. Like it'll give some insight, but it's slow and it's doing too much. Like you can tell, I'll prompt it with my code base, and it'll just kind of freak out. It doesn't know my workflow. Yeah, I use Opus okay. I was trying to make a custom skill because if I prompt Claude to work on my code base, it needs to know 3.14T nuances. So I'm trying to make this skill to where I don't need to keep prompting it about the new. Why don't you like it? Yeah, because of the agent. Okay, I'll show you guys. So this is my workflow. I grab the context here. I'll copy paste, find bugs in the workflow, and oh wait, I think it just worked. Workflow, and see if we can collect better data for the sum report. New Python 3.14T look up. So I'll copy that, give it the full code base. Copilot is okay. I actually kind of like the codex in the IDE. That's not too bad. It's the same thing as Copilot. Like you could have, what code compilers do I use? Whichever ones are in Python, and then sometimes I have Rust here. Is that a code compiler? Was the best AI for hacking? Something locally, so that you could, like an uncensored one, I guess. I don't know. Cargo would be the code. Okay. Would pip be what's the Python one? Pip. The code. I mean, I feel like that's like the code compiles. Oh yeah, Cargo does compile the code, doesn't it? Cargo build. Let's see if oh, it's interpreted. Okay. Dude, I don't know. I'm an AI dev. Okay, see, here we go. Binary files. What? See, it's tweaking already, dude. I don't have any safe tensors or PT files. What are they doing here? Hey, what's up, Kale? What's the point? I'm getting build errors on my Rust my Rust code. Okay, Trader. Trader, how did I predict that you were gonna say that? Byline as the code is running. What? A great time. I want to start coding, but I don't understand what I need to do. Yeah, unicorn. You just need to start using AI, dude. That's the future of coding. Code in your language. Yeah, but Trader, no one cares that you're earning a lot, okay? No one cares. Keep it to yourself and just be yourself, all right, my man? We don't value you for how much you earn, okay? We value you for being here. Yeah, no, I don't just pretty much, I always vibe code. Yes, Solu. We use our tools, so we're the new software engineers here. We only use AI. You can use AI to do anything. No, Jack. Yeah, we vibe code it. The amount of math I'm using in here would take decades for me to fully. Okay, Trader, you shouldn't be in here then, okay? Go on your live and tell people how to earn the money, okay? There's no need to be in my chat. Wait, so what does your Rust code do? The Rust code is it's like a download script. It's trying to pull data from Binance Vision and basically take that CSV and convert it into Parquet files. I'm basically trying to repeat all of my Python workflow in Rust, and yeah, I get a lot of errors, and I think it's because of polars though. Actually, no, it's probably because of that workflow. But we kind of put that in the background because I already have the data here. I just do it. Dipsy. Wait, so your Rust code is doing my mixed language is such a small code base. Yeah, so why would I want this in Rust? This might be more performative. I just wanted to see how to, it's just more of a learning thing, right? Yeah, so the data download, I really don't need a Rust version of that, but I do need a backtest version of Rust. So I do need to work with like 3 billion rows of data files. So if I can build out I kind of wanted to compare 3.14T speed with Rust, essentially. So if I can get a little bit more speed boost of backtesting with Rust, then I'll have that as well. I can do multiple code. I could literally work on a Rust and a Python project at the same time. We live in a new age. You can do it all. Use Tokyo Async. What kind of packages was I pulling? Where is my Rust? We can push further into the Rust project, but I wanted to get the overall workflow. What's my cargo looking like? We have Tokyo. I don't know if I have Tokyo Async. But here is we were trying to use polars was giving me issues. Yeah, but I'm using 3.14T, which is the no GIL version. So I can actually multi-thread with my Python. So it's getting there. It's definitely it's not competing, but if like Rust is like 3 seconds quicker, it's like I don't really care about 3 seconds. Oh, okay. Yeah, we have a bunch of dependencies in here. I literally was using Rust, and clearly I don't need to do the data download with Rust. I have that working in Python. It seems to be a nightmare. I really need to, what we really need to do is figure out what aggregated trade algorithm that I want to test on my data. That's why I'm here in the live thing. Yes, meow, I'm a cat. That's where get out of trading view, or sorry, trading view pine script, whatever that is. Yeah, Ethan, I'm excited to start getting back into Rust. Seems cool. There's a little more debugging when it comes to using AI. There's a lot of this cargo build error. But actually most of that is stemming from AI not knowing the new API like syntax. So I haven't worked on making any sort of context updated files for polars. So that's why I was running a lot of issues. But it seems to be working fine. Like I was able to compile something, but it gave me an error and all this stuff. But yeah, at the end of the day, I'm probably just gonna drag and drop my Parquet file over from a Python script into the Rust thing to do exactly. So when I work without all these cargo, whatever the dependencies, then yeah, you usually have you have a better chance of one-shotting at least. Yeah, exactly. All of these cargo things are updated recently, and I don't know. That's just kind of like, at the end of the day, that's why I'm struggling with 3.14T, because it doesn't know all the nuances in there. But yeah, that's too easy to fix though. That just takes a little bit of, I don't know what was going on here. But yeah, let's keep pushing on this code, guys. My live paper trading. Yeah, no GIL. So 3.1, that's like the newest version of Python. You can actually multi-thread. It's like no GIL. It's like the most modern version of Python. If you're using 3.14, you're not actually unlocking GIL. So what's the benefit? It just speeds up all of my workflows. If if I'm working with a 3 billion rows of data and I need to multi-thread that, and that's why I'm breaking up my, where's the other script? I'm starting to use these NumPy data frame things, like vectorizing the data and all this stuff. But it just speeds up the workflow a lot. Yes, I'm self-learned. It's interesting, man. Yeah, I figured out I do this all on my own, guys. There's no one told me to do this. Isn't that why you wrote the first part in Rust? Or yeah, I have a Go script. So Go is actually always in one of my project files. So I use Go as my context grabber. If you can see here, I always have a Go script, and I always click that and grab the whole code base. So Go is always, I don't mess with Go because, I don't know, when I said compare Rust versus Go, when it comes to these quant workflows, Rust has it beat out. Go is more like a back-end server, right? Go is a little bit different. It's not gonna be super mathy data for quant. Go is simpler. But Go doesn't have all the things I'll probably need to do a real sophisticated backtest. Yeah, I'm gonna be fighting the compiler. I'm gonna fight Cargo all day, dude. I'm ready to battle Cargo. The Cargo battle is, yeah, it's annoying. Yes, I'm executing locally, Rand. But that's why we kind of still push in Python. Python, I don't have to battle too hard. Okay, let's think here. All right, we're gonna have to reset the chat for quant. Pull the data with Go. And are we running it live right now? No, okay. So I need to figure out where I had the idea file. Don't need that. Backtest, I believe, is where I had the ideas. Yeah, very good work. Yeah, Ethan, you can see here, this is my backtest workflow. This is essentially, I was trying to do this whole backtest script in Rust. Very good workflow, Rust for the heavy IO and Python for the simple stuff. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. Working them together standalone. Yes, I'm actually trying to do, so here, let me show you here. This backtest script, I'll pull the data from Binance, put it into Parquet files. Then I'll cache it out. I'll use this NCS cache. This is just an NPY ZST file. So it's like this NumPy vectorized database. So I'll cache it out, and then from the cache, I'll build out these 100 millisecond bars. And then from the bars, I will build out the backtesting framework. And I was trying to recreate this in Rust, and that was basically today I was just trying to work it. I had an issue with the C++. I had like a whole environment variable nightmare, and it wasn't working. So I had to work, it took a long time to figure that out, but I finally figured it out. Yeah, exactly. So in my Python script, there are standalone things that work on themselves, right? So data pulls the data from Binance, this is the exact code I was trying to copy into Rust. And then once I have the data, then I basically build out the Parquet file into NumPy cache. Hey, was that Moon Dev? Yo, what's up, Moon? Yo, I saw you went viral on, what's it called, X? You had your AI stuff going viral. It's pretty dope. That was sick. That was sick stuff. Do I have an orchestrator that automates the whole process? Yeah, I've been good, man. Just working the stuff here. The microstructure edge, working the new Python version 3.14T, trying to push a little bit of Rust code. Yeah, just constantly learning stuff. Do I have an orchestrator that automates the whole process? Yeah, I appreciate you, MoonDev. Or is that just you? I am the orchestrator. Yeah, I am the agent when it comes to the whole thing. But yeah, so there's this workaround with 3.14T. You do need to use this new NumPy data frame, this vectorization, MPY-ZST files. Hey, what's up, Chaser? Today we are trying, so I have the data from Binance. I have aggregated trades data. I'm trying to find an algorithm to backtest. So I'm running algorithms on live, and then I'm going to take those ideas and then backtest them. So whatever works well live, I'm going to convert that to a backtest because I kind of find it a little easier to do it that way instead of just fully backtesting. I'd rather have something work live and then I'd be like, okay, let's test that over the whole data set. So we're kind of go live data, ideation, backtest. Okay, Ethan only cares about the money. Should try simple strategies and tweak it. Yeah, exactly. So that's what we're doing. So I have the simple, it's not simple, but the algo idea.txt is what we're working off of here. This is as simple as it's going to get for me. We'll take that. Quant trade with AI. Yeah. Yes. Wait, what? How many times you code using AI? All the time, dude. Every time. Every time I'm using AI to code. Okay, so let's pull this data here, take the algo idea. I need to just ensure that we're aligned because we kind of went off track. Yeah, so, hey, Snake Edits, keep it up, bro. Thanks on YouTube. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. Thanks for the rose. All right, so I have, yeah, guys, I was just trying to explain like this whole NumPy caching. I had to learn this like, what's my current config? Currently, I had to rework everything because right now when you're trying to use Parquet files, PyArrow doesn't load and Polars doesn't work. So I'm using this NumPy data frame or these MPY-ZST files. I guess it's like vectorizing data with NumPy. So that's kind of like what I use in Python 3.14 right now, or 14T. And yeah, so basically everything's Python. I was trying to recreate this backtest script in Rust. No, CSV to Parquet, then Parquet to NCS cache. Yeah, so that's the data on Binance's server is CSV. So I take CSV zip, convert that to Parquet. This is kind of I could probably just go straight to NCS cache from CSV. Yeah, yeah. How did I get into quant? I just like doing this stuff. But this is how I can actually take advantage of the no-gil Python because the other stuff isn't loading. It doesn't pip install. There's no build wheels for this new no-gil version. And even pandas doesn't work. So NumPy, you can get around with it. But yeah, basically I'm working with this new NumPy data frame stuff, which is cool. Actually, we could try and build, actually, I don't want to build it out just yet because when I build, I'm going to bake in some of the math that we need to test off of. But yeah, the data is pretty good from Binance. Pandas isn't taking full advantage. Pandas works, but it's not taking full advantage of it. It can't really take advantage of the no-gil. So it's still it's slower. I'm kind of reworking my whole thing just for NumPy and Python. Yeah, SQL, honestly, that might, fastest way to be intermediate level in SQL. Oh, are you talking about SQL as in just doing it? Honestly, I don't know, dude, just learn it, man. I don't know, the fastest way is just using AI to do SQL. That's literally the fastest way. If you can get every single SQL thing in the world, oh, okay, yeah, work with AWS S3. Yeah, I mean, you can just make it like you can pull data and make your own data frame. I don't know, like make a database, pull some data from Binance and manage it with SQLite. Yeah, you can do it that way. All right, what am I doing here, guys? We're in the back test. We got the file that we needed. All right, let's see what's going on here. Yeah, there's some big issues. Yep, work with the database and manage it with S3. Okay. Honestly, it might be expensive to work with like the cloud. You could just do it on your own computer if you really need to learn budget-wise. Rust versus Python, which do you prefer, especially in... So I like Python, but I also like Rust, and we actually do have a Rust project in the background here. I was having some cargo build issues. I like them both, and Rust, you're not going to work as quickly as Python, so that's kind of the issue. You work slower, but you get better speed. There's always trade-offs when it comes to all these things. Oh, you know what I can't actually work with? But I like them both. I work with Python mainly, but now that I'm in this new version of Python and not everything's like fully transferred over, I wanted to test out Rust, and it seems to be working pretty fine. But I really don't need this download script, but I just wanted to see how hard it was going to be to make it. Actually, yeah, you know what? I wanted to work with Parquet files, but basically that's completely ruined when it comes to the new Python 3.14T. So I'm trying to rework everything in Rust. I'm going to be an expert in both Rust and Python. Okay? It's doable. AI coding, Rust, and Python. So the build files here. What broker? Are you streaming on Twitch? No, I'm not streaming. I'm streaming on YouTube and TikTok right now. What broker do I use? Hyperliquid is currently my main one. Yeah, Rust is going to be... I have IBKR. I have like the trial version. I haven't messed with IBKR because I don't have the data from... So have you seen no-gil lock? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. I've locked out. I have no-gil. So 3.14T is exactly what you're talking about, Setpair. No-gil is like auto, like it's awesome. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. That's why I had to rework my entire code base to work around that. Yeah, I'm building code that does specific things in a quant research workflow, basically. Some local model inference. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, PyTorch works with 3.14T, so honestly, there might be some legitimate speedups when it comes to processing data with the CPU, getting into the GPU, using CUDA. I don't know, I haven't really tested around. Yeah. So I know that was a big issue, is like the GIL. I haven't messed I messed around a little bit, but PyTorch definitely does load, and it can pip install, so that's all you really need to know. Yeah, Vic, currently we're trying to rework this paper trading script, and we're also doing this Rust project as well, so. Yeah, we're refactoring it all, literally right now. Let's see if that helps the cargo build. Let's see. All right, Grok has been not too helpful. On Gemini AI, yo, they're gonna have Gemini 3 out soon, so as someone getting a BA in software engineering, I really enjoyed watching. Yeah, awesome. This is like the future of coding, is using AI to make the code and all of this stuff. Hey, it compiled, look at that. That is incredible. It worked. Cargo build worked. That's a big feat there, guys. Now, honestly, I forget how to run. It's like, yeah, I hate all this stuff. Oh, can I just run it like this? No. Okay, cargo run bin. Let's just see if that works. Oh wow, super quick. Let's see, are we getting data? Okay, it's skipping all that, that makes sense. What are we saying here, guys? Refactor opinion, Gemini. Yeah, Gemini's gonna work once Gemini 3 comes out. Google is not gonna get left behind for sure. They're gonna have some of the best models out there. I use PyTorch nightly, CUDA 13. Yeah. CUDA 13, PyTorch nightly. What else is there? To be exact, I use Preview nightly, CUDA 13, and then I use the pip, and that's how I get my PyTorch. Oh, you should, yeah. You need the NVIDIA GPU to do anything AI. You don't need it. Let's just say you don't need it, but it's actually, if you're doing some large neural network stuff, yeah, you're gonna want it. So my CPU, guys, my CPU is getting hammered right now. What's my profit ratio? It's no secret, there's zero profit. Zero profit. I use a Samsung phone and Windows computes my whole life. Honestly, it depends on what you're doing, right? If you're making apps for Mac, you're gonna have to learn Android, and you're gonna have to be in that world where there's two dichotomies. You could probably use Flutter. This is crazy. I don't even see any data getting downloaded, but it's crunching through this data somehow. I don't see it. Maybe it's gonna flush in a little bit. Hopefully it does. Otherwise, just my whole thing's gonna crash. But yeah, this is I've never seen this. This is definitely some Rust type CPU utilization for sure. I definitely told AI to multi-thread it, max workflow. Algo trading, yeah. So I will be working with Rust and Python for my algo trading stuff. C++ is kind of, it's not the greatest to work with. Although I do have the new Visual Studio Insiders. This might completely change the game when it comes to C++. It looks very similar than the old one. So I've messed around with C++ for CUDA code. So I might end up going back to like a custom CUDA kernel when it comes to like absolute speed when it comes to using your NVIDIA GPU. So I might go back to doing some C++, but I don't see me ever working a C++ like backtesting script. Yeah, Trend, the app, it's just like a quant research workflow. It's kind of usually what I do online here. It's either I'm working with historical data or live WebSocket data. That's usually what I do around here. So it's usually just researching, and then once I have some things live, then obviously that will, but it's still, even with live, I'm gonna be working with WebSocket data, same thing as paper trading. So it's all about what data you're working with. We'll reset Claude here. Okay, we have some code to put into the workflow. Let me put my teeth in. Okay, so we have Algo here. Yeah, I have no idea what this script is actually doing, so I'm going to research a little bit before I let that just kind of, before I forget about it. Exactly, Chaser, I have no idea. I don't see any of the data. That concerns me. Is it just going all into RAM? It is building up. My RAM is building up, so I'm a little bit concerned if I let this run, it'll crash the computer, or you can't believe what you're seeing, Guilherme? Yeah, we're running a Rust download script that's parallel downloading daily files from Ag Trades. I don't see it getting downloaded into my thing, so I see it's pulling data, but we need to make sure. I might cancel this in a second. It should be converting the CSV to Parquet, and that's maybe why it's. No, it should have a couple of years here already. For downloading, processing, storing historical. So we're using Tokyo async up to 24, up to all of my CPU essentially. Deduplicating. Okay, well that was really slow. Why Grok? It's just, I don't like to, for lower IQ questions, I guess, I don't need to waste GPT-5. Yeah. At least it's using all your cores instead of one. Yeah, right? At least we're slamming the CPU. 90%, 92% utilization. Yeah, the memory is building up, so maybe it'll flush once it runs out of RAM, or my computer will just turn off. If the live stream is ending soon, you know I crashed the computer, but I don't know if Rust lets you do that. No, okay, hold on. It says it should be here. Program download saves locally. Yeah. Yeah, 3.14 is awesome, especially the T version when you, we'll be running that in a second. I just want to make sure everything's cool with this Rust program. But I'm slowly building out my Rust workflow. Do I have a full-time job? I do. Yes, I'm actually on leave right now. That's why I'm able to be here on Friday. I work in the Air Force. Zombie boys? It could be holding it. Yeah, no, Zombie Boy. That's exactly what I'm thinking. It just hasn't flushed it yet. I mean, it's slowly been rising in RAM. But I hope it just, there might be a bug where it's like I only store it in RAM and it doesn't actually push it to. It only writes to Parquet files after all downloads for the range are complete. Oh, wait. Yeah, it will take a while. But okay, it looks like it's coming down now. I mean, I'm pulling like 100, this is 170 gigabytes of data I'll end up pulling. All right, I mean, I'll let it work. We'll let it run and see if it does anything. All right. Basically locks my computer up for this script only. Yeah, okay. Multiple exchange, yeah, Chaser. Well, I couldn't do that for multiple exchange. I would run my, I don't even have that many, my NVMe drive is only like a terabyte. What's up, Teeny? Teeny, we're doing some Rust downloading right now. We're doing the most speedy Rust download script, even though it's not working, but it's definitely using my computer up. Oh, there you go, Teeny. How's that? What's it called? What are those things called? Conference. Okay, awesome, dude. Any insights from the money conference? Is Vegas lit? Are you losing? Are you gambling? We're just gonna let this run and hopefully something actually happens, but we don't know. We have no idea. Got no idea. Coin. Oh. Hasn't started. Oh, okay, the 20th. Oh, okay, you're out there just hanging out. Cool, dude. Awesome. Is there any point to using cursor anymore when it's to each your own, man. It's like whatever you want to do. Claude is the best, I would say, at agentic workflow. You don't gamble. Well, you can gamble a little bit. You're in Vegas. Is there any point of using cursor anymore? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't use cursor. Claude is probably going to have that. They're really positioning themselves. Once the model behind it gets better, they're really positioning themselves with the agentic workflow. CQF has good conferences. Interesting. Join late. What are we up to? Generally, yeah, currently we are. What are we doing? Well, we're running this Rust code and we're trying to download data. Even though I already have the data, I wanted to see if I could make a Rust project, but clearly there's something wrong with that. So we have a Rust script going in the background right now, absolutely destroying my computer. And then we're running this live paper trading strategy so that we have something. So we want to test something live and then work that over at a backtest script. I use cursor when I try to find my way around the legacy code base. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, if you're working with a large code base, if you can't pull that entire code base into the context of an AI, no, Danny, we're using the 3.14T. So we actually, no GIL, so we can multi-thread with Python, we can speed up workflows. But that is also why I have Rust, so I'm also learning how to do Rust as well. No, nothing. Nothing yet. RAM is going down. Well, we'll see what's going on with that. And Python is not too slow for quant. It depends on what latency and all that stuff. You're on the right track. Prototype with Python portrait. Yeah, exactly, Teeny. That's exactly the workflow here. Honestly, we're gonna deal with Rust later. I'm closing it out, guys. Look at that. There we go. I need to free up my computer for. All right, we have something that builds. I'll research that later. I really do want to focus on the live paper trading. Okay. I saw your comment on this replying to someone. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Python. So exactly, if my Python script is too slow, or if I need to like actually get a lot of performance out of the code, it's very straightforward to port your math over to Rust. There's a little bit of more of a headache when it comes to cargo building and all that stuff. There's a little bit more battling with getting the code to compile, but yeah, it's worth it in the end. Are you using any backtesting library? No, Janelli. Yeah, we're using our own thing. So when it comes to backtesting with Python 3.14t, we're in this weird gray zone where Parquet files is not working at all. You can use Parquet, but fast Parquet works with Pandas, and Pandas isn't actually taking advantage of the multi-core. So there's this weird thing where you can do Parquet, but you're gonna end up being slow. Or you can go full NumPy vectorization, and you can actually use the full capability of your machine. So that's what I've chosen to do, is use this NumPy data frame stuff. So I'm completely making this whole new workflow where it goes from, basically I'm working with NumPy and it's NPZ files and stuff like that. But that's for after this. This is, currently we're just working this one here on coin. No, don't remove. What do you do to live trade? Build an adapter per exchange? Exactly. So what my research script does is really we're designing around obviously the data that we can pull in from the exchange, and at the core of the algorithm is just this giant mathematical block, right? That's the algorithm. So really the data can be reworked to be ingested into that math, and then obviously the output of that math can be configured to any exchange. So the data and the exchange can be inter-swapped for these algorithms. Do you go to uni? Yeah, I'm self-taught. I did go to university, but not for computer science and all that stuff. Danny, I think you're really thinking about high frequency trading. A lot of the quant workflows are in Python. A lot of the data and the research that goes into quant, which is most of everything, is Python. But when it comes to pushing your algorithm live onto a server, you do want your code to be very optimized to use the least amount of CPU, so it's cheaper to run and perform it. So it makes sense to push your algos in Rust on the server. Can you show the output on the chart? Yeah, I'll show you what this does in a second here. Let me get this. What do you mean on the chart? Oh, you're saying like, can I show you like are you using Binance data? Yes, we're using Binance data, but we're actually pulling from Hyperliquid. We're pulling, oh, maybe we did switch to Binance here. Okay, that makes sense. We're gonna pull in Binance data from this. Yeah, you can very easily overlay the buy and sells on a chart. If you want that GUI. It's pretty straightforward. Okay, okay, so we're gonna actually pull in Binance data because the data I have is, what is it? Hyperliquid's at 200 milliseconds like latency, and Binance is at 100 milliseconds. So we will work with Binance data. We'll finish my front end soon, and that's when it gets tricky. You can give me a hint for my latest question. Yeah, you can. Have I worked with options trading? It was a Kartik. No, I haven't worked with options because I don't actually have that source of data. I could work with options. Okay. Yeah, Chaser, I know, man. I'm trying to work from the simplest algo, and then obviously I've messed with super complicated ones that, and it makes sense. Like the super complicated ones, once you start getting this gating, and it kind of just like you don't even know what's going on. It makes sense to make sure it's not over engineered. I definitely learned my lesson with that. Do you recommend using TV data feed, or what other source what is a TV data feed? From a TV? Recommend getting chart data. You can work with K-line data. Have you found any strategy that works? Yeah, I've had some good back tests. I've had also some good live paper trading strategies. I've had a bunch of good stuff. I just keep nothing that I've yeah. This whole 3.14T kind of threw me off of those good backtest results. I had to rework everything. Trading view data? Oh. No, don't do anything with trading view. If you're trying to do what I'm doing, don't do anything with trading view. You don't get caught up in that ecosystem. Let's just say that. Hey, what's up? What's up, Ban? Tang Bang. Quant? Use frequency trade? Is that for data, Black Swan? How is the quantum connect for practice? Wait, what? Working on selling options data for normal customer. Oh, okay. Yeah. Data is expensive. And it makes sense. Like most of the things I'm doing is like working with data. Dang, I know, that's what I'm saying. This options data is wild. Tell us what you use for your good strategy, like indicators or something. Yeah, you can go and look at my GitHub. This is kind of an example of a 30-second microstructure algorithm. You can find some quant dev, peculiar, quantitative developer. How do you manage data ingestion and order execution? What is it? Time live? Yeah, we're at 1 p.m. here. How do I manage? You're just with code? I don't know. How else would I do it, Danny? Now with Hyperliquid, there is some weird nuances when it comes to pushing orders via the blockchain. So there is a lot of nuance when it comes to working with Hyperliquid Exchange. So I've already worked with it. Yes, this is the Python that can do multi-threading, exactly. So no-gil is unlocked on the T version. It was, not many people know that their 3.14T exists, but yeah, it's like a subset of the new Python. That just no-gil is auto-unlocked, and it's, you mean process level and live. What does developing a strategy look like? It literally looks exactly like what I'm doing here when I'm live, right? This is what it essentially looks like developing a strategy. You're working with essentially two sources, not two sources. You could work with unlimited amounts of historical data, but you have some sort of historical data that tries to mimic what you pull in live on the WebSocket data. Yeah, so basically you're working with a bunch of data, doing a bunch of math, seeing how that math works, and then you push it live. Danny, like API or SDK? So I pull in WebSocket data when it comes to like order book and tick level data. Beginner here, what are some you even making? Simplify, please. Yes, we're just making software that will make trades for you automatically when it deems an opportunity is worthwhile, right? So it's an auto trading software. What does chat have a feature used similar to Claude Console? Does ChatGPT have a feature used similar to Claude Console? Yeah, their codex that is right here is similar to, it's like that's their agentic workflow. Now, when it comes to Claude Code in the terminal, I don't think they don't have like a terminal version of it. That's kind of like, it's the same thing. It does the same thing. How hard is it? Yeah, this is extremely hard. Companies spend billions of dollars every year doing this type of research. Once you do find an edge, it's very lucrative to take advantage. Geneliu, you know what time, sir, will live videos? Yes, Kartik. What time you will live? Wait, I don't know what you're saying over there. I have an exam this weekend. Can you help me understand how the big O of an algorithm? Yeah, Gulame, you're gonna actually want to use AI to help you. Just go ahead and have AI quiz you on that. Personally, a trend following strategy. Okay. Oh, okay. Trend following. Yeah, there's these specific algorithms: trend following, mean reversion. There's a whole bunch of categories of algorithms that you kind of want to work with. But yeah, dude, it's awesome. Trend following is definitely a thing. That's you don't really follow trends when it comes to microstructure math. You're really scalping. So that's kind of what we're working with here is trend following. It would be more long term, like hour plus holds. How did I get started? I just started coding with AI in 2022. Yeah, no clue how. Yeah, not many people understand. Like, there's an incredibly sophisticated tool that you can get it to do really crazy math and code for you. Config. Something's wrong with my display. Oh, you haven't understood? Mean reversion apparently is really, there's these, that's more microstructure, I would say. Mean reversion, you can see that certain pressures in the market are gonna mean revert. But actually some assets don't, some assets are good at trends, some assets are like different coins are good at mean reversion. Yes, I do have a YouTube channel, here it is. You still have to understand what AI is doing, lol. But you'll never understand what AI is doing. Like, you're talking about in the latent space, what AI is like thinking internally? Or what do you mean? You can quantify the code that comes out of the AI. That's the thing. This is the whole point of this is to understand what the AI is doing, right? Why is my... Yeah, I don't know what's going on. My computer screen's dim. With an AI? No, I haven't made any money from trading live just yet. I have gone deep into the workflow to get profitable. So this is kind of what you need to see someone doing in order to get profitable. You don't just kind of throw code out there indiscriminately. Live. Now that is a valid strategy, and I will start having some test money and throwing strategies live. So I will have that eventually. Yeah, exactly. Talentless. Well, what time do I be live? Yeah, Kadri, I don't have like a scheduled time. Usually it's like after work. Or it's just whenever I have free time. Usually Friday, Saturday, Sunday is gonna be my main free time. So you'll see me live more often. It's just, I don't have a schedule. Yeah, you do need to guide the AI to what you want. There's very specific workflows and there's a whole bunch of different prompting techniques when it comes to quant stuff. But at the end of the day, all right, we're gonna reset this here. Oh, in junior year? I think the problem with AI is that it obviously only has data that is already published. Yes, but there are ways to push AI into its, like outside its comfort zone into novel territories. There are certain prompts that can get you to get it to be more, what was I gonna say? It's gonna, more creative. There's ways to get the AI to be more creative. Right? Because at the end of the day, most ideas are taking combinations of other ideas and kind of compressing them into a new idea. So yes, you've learned about all these compartmentalized ideas, but if you compress them into a single idea, that's technically getting creative. Blah, blah, blah. And my friend junior year, what are the different positions? Oh, okay, Matios. Yeah, there's a million different corporate quant stuff. Yeah, I saw the NoFi AI thing. It's an interesting idea. I'm interested to see how they're prompting the AI to trade. I feel like they're not optimized. Also, they're probably not giving them the best. Are they just like taking a picture of the chart and giving it to them like that way, or? Yeah, exactly. You're going to want to immediately your only source of truth and data and everything is going to come from AI. Learn specifically just from AI. Learn how to prompt it to get the information that you want. Don't go to books. All the books and all those guides for beginners is all already built into GPT-5. So figure out how to learn with AI and you're going to be able to learn anything. How do you suggest learning more about the best prompts? Yeah. Literally, Ethan, even the prompting guides, right? Ask AI, hey, how do I prompt you for a quant workflow? And it'll be like, hey, you're gonna want to tell me this. Tell me about your constraints. There are these meta prompting, right? Like you're prompting me right now, but at the same time, it's like, I know that you can do these meta prompts where it's like, hey, I don't know how to talk to you. Please tell me how to talk to you. Containers? Containers as in Docker containers? What containers? What type of container you want me to talk about? Shipping containers? I don't use Docker. I haven't actually ever used Docker. It's more like if I was pushing code to like a server, maybe I would Docker like containerize that. It's all about like shipping code. But at the end of the day, I don't have much information on that. When I do get to run things live, can I explain large language model? Yeah, that you're going to want to learn more about the transformer architecture. There's going to be a lot of different aspects to making a large language model, right? Containers need to put everything you need to run things on the server. Yeah, exactly. Docker is very confusing to me. I'd rather use render. Yeah, honestly, it's probably just like a very corporate workflow. And in reality, I can probably just copy paste my code into the server and kind of run it. I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't know. I'm sure I could find a better workflow than Dockerize, like Docker. I don't know. But we will be pushing code to the server at some point. Because I am moving to the mountains and I'm pretty sure the internet out there is not good. So I'm gonna have to learn the server stuff. VPS and all that good stuff. What's up, Elijah? Have I ever made a video game? No, I'm not into making video games. I'm not into that type of stuff. It's cool. I'm more into like the Genie 3 type of video gaming, right? Like the Genie, yeah, I'm into making money. I'm into, yeah, exactly. I want my software, well, video game making is about making money as well. It's probably more, okay, there we go, coin. No, okay, so this is messed up, I can tell. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm just trying to just do my own thing, right? I like the money. What are you building? Yes, right now we're building a paper trading research platform for aggregated trade data from Binance. We are not going to be pulling order book data because I have almost 5 years of historical data with aggregated trades. So we're gonna do like we're doing aggregated trades only algorithm right now. Then we're gonna do a 3-year with book depth data, and then we're obviously just gonna work with so much other data. But I use so much AI right now. I use literally everything as AI right now. How much of AI do you use for work, and what do you bring to the team versus what AI can do? Yeah, there's this new workflow. It's where you just kind of use AI for everything. You'll be a better worker if you literally tie AI into everything you do and just kind of manage what the output is. I would consider it more entertainment, but if you code it, then there's avenues to monetize. Oh yeah, you're talking about for game development, yeah. Any course in quant trading. Honestly, you should talk to AI and make your own course, right? Because everyone's trying to do different things. Yeah, exactly. So it's crazy that people still have not figured out that you can learn anything with AI. It's crazy. It's crazy to me, right? Because I've been pulling so much information from AI itself. You can dive deep into any subject. You don't have to pay that much money. You can probably use a free AI, but people just need to learn how to just read the prompt, ask it what you want to learn, and it'll spit out like everything. You put it in GitHub and connect everything to redeploy it if it makes changes. Yes, generally, I'm not sure. Is it good to use AI to code or to learn? It's AI is literally good for most things right now with a computer, with code and learning. Do you have a video talking about your experience leading up to where you are today? No, I don't have my origin story video. I could tell you, it's not that deep. Yeah, it was just in 2022, I wanted to learn to code. AI came out, and I immediately saw like, hey, AI is going to be the coding tool. So I immediately just learned how to use AI to code with. So I've just been using, AI to code with for a while. At what point should new coders start using AI? Almost immediately. Yeah, new coders should just immediately learn to use AI. No, cats, we're not making money yet. AI will tell you the wrong thing sometimes. Sometimes, yes, but that's worth it. If majority of the time AI is completely correct, giving the best data, and sometimes it's misleading you, that's worth the risk. That's worth the risk of getting a hallucination occasionally. And you can kind of tell if it's hallucinating. Most of my code you can quantify, so if the code gets hallucinated, then you can quantify this and be like, just start a new chat and then just start a new chat. Okay, I do see an issue here. I also do need to go to Binance. Not that, I need to go to actual Binance. Yeah, but you're also doing something different. If you're like a web dev engineer, full stack web dev, like using React or whatever, I'm sure you could use more AI, and you could probably speed up your workflow if you wanted to, but you choose not to. And AI is not for everybody, dude. It's okay. All right, we need to pull a specific, what are we pulling here? Futures, perpetual. Wait, do they have USDT back? Wait, did they bring Tether back? I think they had it gone for a while. Wait a minute. Yeah, just sometimes. What is floating point arithmetic? That's what it is, man. I don't know. Floating points. I don't know, something to do with binary. New to all this, what are you doing? Yeah, we're just doing, we are doing a lot of research on different data. So right now we're trying to pull in Binance WebSocket data, aggregated trade data, and yeah, we're trying to do some research on that, run it through an algorithm, collect the data, quantify that the data was right. And then we're going to take that algorithm that we run live that's getting decent performance. And then we're going to run it over 5 years of historical data. Yeah. But Rai, you see, have I tried the parse bot? No, I haven't tried a parse bot. Hey, Joel. Let's Team Quant, let's go for sure. Yeah, what do we got going on? Yeah, I'm trying to rework this paper trading script for Binance aggregated trade data. Okay, so it looks like who has more volume here? Now it's like, do I want to pull Tether or USDC perpetual? I don't know. ParseBot, look it up. Okay, I'll look it up. How is it going to help me with my quant workflow? That's the first thing I think is, how is this going to help me? ParseBot, parse.bot. Turn any website into an API. I already could do that on my own, dude. I don't need a third party to make an API. That's the thing, right? Web dev has been obsessed with third-party tools when in actual reality, you can create your custom, any sort of custom software spun up real quickly. So you don't need ParseBot. If you need a website into an API, well, actually, I don't know. Is that like pulling data? Either way, I'm sure it's completely useless to what I need to do. Yes, Kartik, can you suggest a new project idea on algorithmic trading for 4-year project? And yeah, there's so much you can do. Docker is easy. I wasn't worried about Docker. I might use Docker to push code to AWS. I might not. I don't know. I like cybersecurity. I like it. I like it as a corporate job. It's like a good way to get your foot in the door in the tech. There's a lot of entry-level stuff for cybersecurity. I often tell the airmen who are getting out of the Air Force to look at cybersecurity because a lot of those jobs require the secret clearance. So I like it as a corporate avenue, but obviously I'm more entrepreneurial. So I prefer to risk it all and just go entrepreneur. But cybersecurity is a very valid. So I'm having some issues with Binance. Let me go to the bathroom really quick. Binance doesn't want to load. What's up, guys? You discover any good OB alpha in your backtest? Yeah, I did have some good results, but actually those results were kind of lost when I refactored all of my code for 3.14T Python. So this is let's see here. Guys, it's simple. I'm simply trying to refactor the coin and tick stuff here. Docker is hard. Oh, AI said so. Oh, really? Yet if you, Docker will say, AI will say something's hard, and then it'll be like, give you like the perfect Docker code to run. Oh, okay. I work in cybersecurity, and they've been Palo Alto a lot lately. Now I gotta learn Python. Yeah, yeah. They're gonna probably expect you to be just full coders at this point. It makes sense. Um, your third-party tools are working with code behind the scenes and pushing code. Okay. Oh, it makes it easy. Okay. Yeah, I just haven't used Docker. Now I really want to know, should I pull Tether or should I pull USDC? It's unknown. An unknown. It's not working because I'm getting geo-blocked like crazy right now. Um, okay. We're going to have to figure this out. We'll just have to coin. For hyperliquid. Actually, you know what? Haha, I have a workaround. Coin market cap. Let's go. Oh, shoot. Coin market cap is what I need here. What program I use? I use VS Code, and I use a lot of GPT-5. Those are my main programs. Do Tether, Joel? Yeah, I think they recently brought back Tether. Used to be like the big volume thing, but then they got rid of Tether. But now they're back with Tether. But I will actually figure out right now. So markets. No, overview. No, that's not what I wanted here. So I want to look at their exchanges. I'm going to go centralized derivatives. Okay. 0.04. All right. Binance. Okay. Oh, here we go. All right, this is exactly what I wanted here. Legit. Okay. Awesome. So we'll just we'll copy paste it here. Too easy. All right, now we got the data that I want. So we'll literally pull data for these 50 coins. Seems like there's plenty of volume. There are some new ones in there I haven't seen. Turtle coin, BNB attestation, D agent AI. I haven't seen half these. Plasma. There's this just full Chinese lettering one. I have no idea. What is this one? This came from PancakeSwap. I couldn't tell you what that says. What's good? What's up, Finn? What's up? What? No, tick is not for... We have 3. Forward testing coming soon? Yes. Are you talking about like live? What forward testing as in like actual live money? Finn, I'm always working on the same project. So I'm always going to be working with historical data and live WebSocket data. So it's always going to be part of my workflow. Yeah, yes. We will eventually push something live, but we do need to have that backtest and the live paper trading working really well. So that's my whole goal. So I'm always going to be researching, even when I have 100 algos live. I will always be in this research phase because that is what quant is. Technically, quant is all about research. You're always got to be looking for something new, getting better edge. Have you ever asked for any help from the algo trading subreddit? No, that looked pretty useless to me. I have like some... Honestly, AI is going to be your best help. None of those people in the Reddit or any community, AI is going to be the most intelligent quant on the planet Earth. You need to figure out how to talk to AI in a specific way that gets you that data. I made my own Reddit thing. Reddit's not all there. Honestly, you might even be talking to an AI in Reddit. I don't know. I don't like using Reddit. Reddit is not, because there's really no question that I can ask Reddit that AI couldn't actually answer me right away. That's the problem. Yeah, it's not only Python. We do some Rust code in here, but yeah, it's mostly Python. Yeah, it's all about building trading algorithms, learning how to do it, learning the quant workflow, the quant dev workflow universe. If you wanna, we also push Rust code. So we're mostly Python and Rust. We use Go. I use Go every time I need to pull context for a script. So we have a little bit of Go. I appreciate it, man. But yeah, definitely we go dive deep into the subject. Specifically, how to use AI to do all of this. All right, GPT-5 is failing me here. It's not pulling the nuance I need. No new files here, type. I wanted all 50 coins. All right, let's see here. I just need to copy this. Maybe I can't pull all these coins. Hey, what's up, user? I'm good, dude. How you been? I am vibe coding. Yes, I'm manually vibe coding. It's a manually vibe coding. I'm doing good. We are pushing on this code. We're yeah. So right now I have a bunch of aggregated trade historical data for Bitcoin specifically. So I need to run something live that I can backtest with that specific data, because I don't have that much historical data when it comes to like 20 levels of order book data, which I wish I did have, but I don't have that. I only have like a year of that L2 data. I have 3 years of book depth data with aggregated trade data. So maybe I should just be pushing on that data, but it's not exactly the same as 20 levels of order book data as well. So my current constraints right now is just the data that I'm using. And particularly my constraint is the data when it comes to historical backtesting. I have all of the good data for live testing and forward testing. I want to graph the DEX data or GEX data, I'm not sure, for NQ. Oh, okay, GEX data for NQ1. I have you written Gex data. I don't know what Gex data is. Gamma exposure. Gamma exposure. So you're trying to visualize something, or what are you trying to take? Do you have L2 data? Do you have 1 minute K-line data? What kind of data? Are you trying to do this for a, now when you're saying gamma, are you trying to do something with options? Are you trying to ingest NQ data for options? See, even that, I would need to know the exact, oh, Gex gamma exposure for NQ is a complex metric derived from options. Okay. Let's see what type of data you need for that. To calculate gamma exposure for NQ, you need real-time options data. So user, unless you have this type of data, there's really no way for you. What software besides A are you using, and like where are you gathering your data from? Yeah, Honor. So honestly, this is going to be your best source of historical data, completely free, very high quality. It'll get you going. So it's data.binance.vision. Literally every crypto coin, and don't think like, oh, why is it crypto? I want to use like traditional data. Don't worry about that. If you can make an algorithm that works on Bitcoin or Ethereum, then you're more than likely going to be able to use the data. Like it'll just get you learning, right? Clearly, I recommend having historical data for the asset that you're trying to test, because each asset has its own little quirks, and certain algorithms work really well on different assets, and they kind of cycle. They do this weird cycling stuff, but yeah, get data from there. Now, when it comes to this options data, that's like you're on your own, dude. You're gonna have to pay so much money, unless you want to pull from an API and collect your own data. I feel like that's gonna be a better way to get this options data. Can you calculate gamma from underlying K-line or L2? Yeah, exactly. You know what? I actually have a Rust script that does it, but if you need help pulling data from Binance, I do have Python. It's super simple to get that from. Yeah, you're gonna web scrape it essentially. There's not really like an API you hit. You basically just go to that website and you pull the data. I use Python to do that. It's pretty simple. If you ask GPT-5 to do it, then you can get it. Which data sets do I use? I use aggregated trades. So everything I'm doing right now is revolving around aggregated trades. So I go to futures, I go to UM, and I'll go to daily. There is some nuance when it comes to pulling monthly and then pulling dailies. I honestly recommend just pulling the dailies and aggregating your data that way via daily. So the two main sources of data that I'm going to be using, well, there's three. Well, actually, I'll use all of this, but in reality, if you're working with microstructure edges, you're going to want aggregated trades and book depth. If you're working with longer term, like hourly, like an hour plus, you're going to want to work with K-line data. You can work with aggregated trades, and you could probably, honestly, you can build anything you want from aggregated trades. So that's the whole point. Like you pull aggregated trades and book depth. That's all you really need. Then you can build bars from that. You can build the most sophisticated data sets from just those two things. A lot of the other stuff is, well, actually trades is going to be, I lied. If you don't want to deal with, trades is going to be the most fine grain data source. but it's going to be a lot bigger. Do I use vector databases? Yes, so I believe I am working with NumPy data vectorization for 3.14T, and that's the only way to get full advantage of the no-GIL stuff. Yeah, so I do work with NumPy vectorization. Yeah, the NPZ, my backtesting script works a lot with that. Right now, this is like a live WebSocket. Skid? Am I skidding? Is this skibbity toilet? Mrs. Bugle? What am I doing here? Honestly, I'm interested in trades data. Let's see what it looks like. Versus aggregated trades. I don't know. Let's see. It looks very, very similar to aggregated trades. I'm not too sure. I assume you'll get repeating timestamps for, that looks, maybe you get repeating timestamps? I don't know. Like if there was more than one trade per millisecond. No, Honor, like I've been, I kind of just been showing everyone I don't have anything running live right now, but I've had successful backtests that showed me good edge, and it was trading profitably live with paper trading. I've run nothing, I haven't run anything live yet because I had to refactor all my code base for 3.14T. But yeah, I've done good backtesting stuff. Like I have good strategies lined up, but nothing running live just yet. But when I want to make sure that I have my research, the most important thing you can have is your research quant workflow. That's the most important thing. Running live is great, but if you don't have that sort of the research phase locked in, you're not gonna succeed live. Because live is a long-term thing, and you're going to need to turn algorithms off, adjust strategies. You're going to need a way to figure out, oh, why did this algorithm do bad here? So you're going to need this sort of research. You're always going to be researching as a quant. As a dev and trader, what can you tell me, brother? I'm a dev and a trader. Just start doing what I'm doing, New Tanzania, New Tanzania. Yeah, start pulling data from Binance, figure out your constraints. What's your latency on your computer? Do you have like nice internet? Do you want to push algorithms via AWS? Like figure out all your constraints and then start researching. Hey, what's up, Mo Trades? I've been integrating AI with my ICT concepts. Interesting. Okay. Could I send you the code? And can you backtest it? Absolutely will not be doing that for you unless you pay me a lot of money. Okay, this is a quant dev workflow, sir. Money mustn't be involved. If I'm doing anything besides what I want to do, like you're gonna stop me from doing what I want to do to work on your code. Like, also, I don't want to work on your ICT concepts. I already know those aren't useful. People have quantified these sort of human systems. When you think of a human trading strategy, you're building out a code base, right, for your human strategies. But those are not sophisticated when it comes to code can do so much more than what the human is able to think about. When you bring a new trading model, how do you structure it and plan it out? Yeah, basically I work around, literally the most important thing is just what type of data do I have? And that is like the basis of everything I do with AI. I work in the Air Force, Slicko. Okay, I just wanted to see if it's something that you'd like. No, I don't like doing stuff that I do what I want to do. I'm sorry if a lot of people want to work with me and like pay me to do stuff, but honestly, I like to just do whatever I want to do. That makes sense? Is coding easy? It's not easy. It's much easier. Yes, but Mo trades. Your data is leaking. Are you doing this on TradingView? You have to know the nuances when it comes to this stuff, right? On 100 trades is not enough data to quantify that results. You need thousands and thousands of trades to actually quantify. You need to run your code over different market regimes. Yeah, a whole year isn't going to do it. You need to do way more. These back tests are very, very fidgety and difficult. There's a lot of back tests are leaking, doing all these things where it's like giving you bad results, and when you run it live, you'll be like, oh, I did all this stuff, and it's like, why didn't it work? It's like, because you didn't actually take the time to do it right. When you start working on a new model, so I just work with AI, my man. It's like I have this data, like we're trying to do, I give it my time horizon. What are we trying to target? What are my maker fees, taker fees? You basically lay out all of the context you would need for a strategy and be like, hey, we're gonna work this. Like, let's see what kind of math we can come up with, and then we test it, iterate. It's pretty fluid. It's always with AI though. So AI is in the loop of everything. Even the data that comes out of the script goes right into AI. AI tunes it, and we kind of figure out the nuances there. What is coding for like games or whatever? Wait, what? What is coding? GPT-5 is coding. Let's get that in there. We'll get this pipped up. Let's see if request works for, I'm pretty sure it does. So it makes a mistake in certain contexts. I react accordingly. Huh? What? What are you trying to accomplish? Making profitable trading algorithms. That's kind of the accomplished. That would be good. Having algorithms that run automatically, making me money, targeting different aspects of the market, targeting different assets. That's the end goal. Particularly with futures trading. So these algorithms will be using leverage responsibly, hopefully. Yeah, end goal is just profitable futures trading algorithms. Math that just extracts money from the market. We are trying to pull in 50 different coins. Oh, I see. That's going to be an issue. Huh. I think it's confused with this this Chinese one. I guess that Chinese one's not going to get traded, so. Would it be easier to focus on like one specific stock? So when I'm trying, I want to mass test these 3 different algorithm ideas, right? And I want to actually run it over a lot of data. So if I just wait for just Bitcoin or Ethereum, I can do mass amounts of research. When I pull in, you can do massive amounts of research. It just paralyzes. It just gets you more data. The more data you have, the better. That's why I see it. If I pull in just 3 coins of data, that's okay, but my script will understand how to pull all the data in. More data, the better your results are going to be. And it differs, right? So these algorithms might work on Pepe or Hype and not work on Bitcoin. Zoom in. Zoom in on what? You can go to my YouTube and actually zoom in. Like you can go, there's a higher quality stream going at the same time on my YouTube if you need to. If you're on your desktop and don't want to look on your phone or whatever. We're gonna pull in coin here. What backtesting software do you use? I just use Python, currently 3.14T. I'm using NumPy vectorization, NumPy data frame, data schema, NumPy cache, like a lot of NumPy stuff. And I'm trying to multi-thread the backtest. I'm also working at the same time trying to get that workflow into Rust. So I'm going to be using Rust, and I'm going to try using polars with Rust. If you're using Python and you're not using the T version, I highly recommend using polars or like Duck Database to help out with the backtesting. But yeah, I'm doing something like that. Not all the third-party dependencies work with 3.14T. Does it matter whether you use the thermal putty or pads? I'm currently replacing the old. Yes, dude, it really does matter. Yeah, if that's a serious question, I would be careful. You need thermal paste on the cooler, particularly on a laptop. That's even more important. It helps the heat transfer, dude. It bonds that copper plate to the thing, so the heat transfers more efficiently away from the CPU or GPU, whatever you have there, or the RAM or the memory, whatever you have your thermal pads on. So you definitely want more conductivity. No, I don't get. Data Bento is a place I don't actually pay for data. I pull my data for free via WebSocket or from Binance Vision. So I use free sources of data just to work with. I'll eventually have to pull data from Data Bento or whatever. I'm eventually going to have to pay for data. It's just part of the game. Part of the thing you need to do. You need to pay for data. I'm going to pay for data, and then I'm going to ensure that I don't need to continue to pay for data. I'll probably have some sort of data mining operation once I get real sophisticated, or I'll just keep. You have C++, Rust, Python that uses software. Do you recommend me to use? Oh, I have a bot that uses C++, Rust, Python 3. What software do you recommend use for backtest? Yeah, so Rust, I would use polars. If not, if no polars, just literally just use a pure Rust version. Backtesting, you don't need a third-party dependency for backtesting, right? It's pretty simple to get AI to do like a purged out of sample. How's the DLLM bot going? It's going well, dude. But yeah, I recommend not using C++. Rust or Python totally works. C++ I feel like is a little bit more difficult. I mean, it's just a little different. It's just different. Yeah, different and a little difficult. Rust is also different and difficult. Python is going to be quicker. You're going to be able to do what you want quicker and iterate quicker on Python. And then when you really, really need the speed, if you're working on like a 10 billion rows of data, like then yeah, maybe you need to go to Rust. Did you end up doing the Meteora bot? No, I don't know what that is. I don't remember that. Oh, thanks for the gift. Let him cook. I never heard that. I never seen that one. Meteora bot. I don't remember what that even is, dude. Clearly, I didn't do anything with it. What's going on here? Got Algo. Algo. Poor mode then. Yes, we're poverty mode. We're still locked into poverty mode. Poverty quant dev. Yeah, I appreciate you guys in Tanzania. Yeah, I try and help out. Yeah, it really is just about working quickly. Right? I feel like if you can iterate over 100 different algorithms versus really fine-tuning a C++ for a singular thing, you're gonna do better if you can iterate over more code. The more code you can push, the more you'll learn and the better it'll be. Engine. Main. Sum. Can someone be a software without a degree? Yeah. Look, anyone actually can do software engineering right now. At, like, obviously entrepreneurially, like we're all thinking about like, hey, how would you make money as a software, making software? There's two different ways, right? You can go corporate, which obviously a degree is going to give you an edge, right? What are you working for? As in, what corporation am I working for, or what are we doing here in this code? I need more context. Okay. Yeah, that's helpful to do unpaid internships. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a cheat code to go make your personal brand around software engineering, and people will reach out to you. It's a real cool dichotomy when it comes to social media. If you really want to, expand your ability, do exactly what I'm doing, because I'll tell you right now, people reach out to me to be part of their team and all that stuff. But I mean, what's your project? We are making trading algorithms. So right now, this is so we're using Binance WebSocket data, specifically aggregated trade data, and we're just running that data through 3 different algorithms, collecting data on multiple different coins, and then we're creating a summary file, and we're trying to just iterate on the algorithmic math. Oh, okay, awesome, dude. Yeah, Bender, then you're doing exactly what you need to do. Just keep pushing at it. I know it's tough out there because the whole industry is in sort of a change mode. Oh, what's up, Chris Matsu? Progress has been great. Like I refactored all my code for the new Python 3.14T. And yeah. What do you think about cybersecurity for the military? I mean, yeah, if you can do like Guard or Reserve or Air National Guard and go right into cyber, you're gonna set yourself up for a great career because you'll get that top secret and that's a good way to get into the space, but you're not gonna be able to choose. Oh, what's up, Geoster? I appreciate you all the gifting, man. That's dope. I appreciate you doing that. The pumpkins and the all that crowd. I don't know what that is. What is the main part of Python needed to know? Just know that you can do a lot with Python, and you can do basically all math, all data research. You can do it all with Python. Just know about that. No, you don't have to be a math genius. Absolutely not, guys. You just need to use AI, which is a math genius. Oh, you're getting out? Okay. Oh, you're gonna do what? You're gonna do skill bridge, Yams? What are you doing? Skill bridge? Yeah, I would take advantage of your secret clearance and go to clearance jobs. Yeah, awesome. That's your stepping stone then. Yeah, do the cybersecurity skill bridge, and you'll be set up, dude. I would get your Security Plus certificate. You definitely need the Security Plus certificate to even work in all these companies. What platform are you using? GPT-5? I'm starting coding, but I want to know how the PC works. I mean, deeply under the hood. There is a video that kind of shows you how the CPUs are made and GPUs are made. Like lithography, building the chip. Like, how deep do you want to go? Like how the electron moves, and you can go super deep. Which sandwich am I eating? I don't have a sandwich. Honestly, I wish I did have a sandwich, man. Now you're making me hungry. I haven't had any food. Why are you using the newest Python? Isn't everything almost... That's okay with me, Janelli. I'm pushing the most cutting edge code, and I don't mind building out custom code for my workflow. I don't mind that, I can't use polars with Python. I don't mind. I'm okay with... But I appreciate it. I have like 3 companies I applied though. Oh, okay, awesome, Yams. Yeah, honestly, SkillBridge is great. And there's a lot of these weird time frame issues when it comes to doing SkillBridge with these different companies. So I would push your resume everywhere, man. Go to security, learn with AI, learn what that means to be a cybersecurity specialist, all that stuff, and just push deep into the subject. Be able to speak to it. And how does the code make a picture on the monitor? Oh, well, that's not that deep. That's just a specific software under the hood there. Okay. Yeah, you're talking about how pixels are rendered and all that stuff. You can go deep on that. Go talk to AI about that. Yams, are you in the Air Force? It depends on, no one ever gets the full 180 days. Unless you talk to your commander and all that stuff, it's very rare. It's usually 90 days. And also depends on like the shop you're at. Do you have people to cover your manpower, all that stuff, the mission, all that stuff, dude. Just be ready to be disappointed. I'll tell you right now. I tried using it, and then I thought about doing SkillBridge, and then I realized it's kind of a hassle to like move all your stuff just to potentially get a job, and then if they don't want to hire you, then it's like, oh shit, I have to move somewhere else. Okay, Navy. Okay, your logistics, awesome. Okay, yeah, I mean you could probably do it then. I don't know about the Navy. I know I'm in the Air Force, so I know for sure I wasn't, and also my career field was like super low band. I did push SQLite for a database a little bit. I don't think SQL is gonna allow me to use full advantage of my CPU. Yeah, C++ quant dev, but not with Python. Yeah, so it's quant dev is quantitative finance. That as like a software developer side, right? So you're doing quantitative finance stuff with software. So C++, you're really only gonna benefit from C++ if you need to trade in like nanoseconds to microseconds. That's the only benefit you're gonna get from C++. Obviously, if you're trying to reduce server usage, so like you could lower your bill for AWS, then I can see C++ coming in. C++ for CUDA might be useful for like AI stuff. The new advantage of Python is you can actually multi-thread with the new Python. You can take full advantage of your CPU and speed up workflows in parallel. So it's all about the no-GIL version of Python. So you can you're competing with all the other languages now when it comes to multi-threading your CPU. But yeah, there's if I were to switch my entire workflow, my research, my data research script, all the stuff from Python to C++, all work would stop. I would essentially be at a standstill. Actually, that's not true. I would still make progress. It would just be a lot of uphill battles. Yes, Python is the best. So most of the quant field is research. You got to understand, very little of the quant field is pushing a live algorithm, and like, even if you're pushing a live algorithm, you're still researching how that algorithm is working live. It's all research. So everything you do is research. You need to figure out, hey, thanks for the dolphins. Geostare, you're crushing it. Wait, let me double check the live metrics. Personally, I think, yeah, Python is a prototyping tool. It's actually it's like 3.14T, you can push live onto a server. It's totally good. Scalable, you could still scale Python. I don't see any issue. If you're running 100 different algorithms, you could manage that probably better with Python. What did I create? How long did it take you to learn Python? You can use it right now. You can use Python. Can be you can use English to code basically in any language right now, guys. Yeah, that's the thing. A quant dev salary is probably up there, high six figures. Yeah, I do use AWS, but I don't have any servers running with any algos running live. Currently, we're still researching, guys. Um, no, I use Duck Database, but actually right now with 3.14T, I'm using NumPy NPZ files and like the vectorization. So I don't actually use any of these third-party tools since they don't work with 3.14T just yet. For the back end, I don't know. No. If you're talking about a web dev platform for the back end, Python is sometimes used, but it's not as efficient as something else. For example, like Go, if you can use like Go as your backend. Using GCP. Awesome, bro. Awesome. What is GCP? For what are we talking about for your data frame? What do you mean by quant? Quantitative is quant. How you got into this field? If you can do it right now. What is usually used in production to establish a connection to an exchange? Yeah, WebSocket. So these exchanges, well, okay, so there's different types of connections to different exchanges. gRPC is going to be for the blockchain. That's going to be your binary stream from like the blockchain binary stream. A lot of these exchanges have a WebSocket stream. Google Cloud. Oh, cool, dude. Awesome. Yeah, Google Cloud is up there. What's your GitHub? I want to check out your projects. Yeah, sure, man. There's not much on there, but you can look at the trading algo. That'll get you going into a paper trading research script. 30S, 30Z, S12, S13. There's 2 different algos in there, so you can check it out. Yeah, there's an open source algo. I have one on my, I have an open source algo that's like order flow and balance. I think it uses, what is it? All right. I did this 2 months ago, guys. I have no idea what's going on with this one. It was working nicely. Yeah, I'm in the Air Force now. I've been to college. I don't do this like corporate level. I'm doing entrepreneurially. So if you want a library not supported by NewPy, you can clone the repo. You can literally clone. So generally, you can clone the output of that repo. For example, you don't want to clone the whole repo because that's a broad-reaching piece of software that does so many things. You're probably only choosing one special feature of that. So you can take that core thing that the dependency gave you and just rework that into your code just manually, right? It's very simple to remove all dependencies from your code. It's not too hard. You just gotta spin it up from, and that's what AI is really good at, is like completely new from scratch code. How do you estimate if it's a successful algo or not? Yeah, exactly. That's where the research, and you can also just run it live to see if it's working. Like it's really quantifiable, all of this stuff that I'm doing here. The research, the math, that will let us know if like, hey, this might be useful live. Obviously backtesting is never 100% accurate when it comes to live. So that's why I do paper trading with the live WebSocket data. That's gonna be as close as possible. Besides like, depending on how much money you're using and the slippage and all that stuff, there is some, run it live and see the token count shoot up. The token count? What do you mean? You're talking about AI? Are you talking about like paying AWS? Like, what do you mean? Let's just see if this even runs here, guys. How good does it feel when you create something that is profitable? I don't know. You don't want to feel that good. You got to keep researching and doing your thing. Trade. You don't want to have super high emotion. You kind of want to, it's still like trading. So your algorithm will probably lose you money. It'll probably make you money. It'll be doing a lot of things. Do I need a lot of finance background in developing models so traders can use? You're gonna want to know how to talk to AI about this stuff, right? it's like having a super high level conversation with another quant dev, and then if you can talk in that manner, then you can basically do whatever you want. No, algo trading it's my entrepreneurial venture. I don't do this in corporate. Cursor, yeah, I don't like Cursor. I don't like agentic workflows too much. Yeah. Um, let's see here, coin. Let's see if we can't pull. Oh, okay, there. Did they cut me off from this? I don't remember. Oh, I see. Yeah, version 3. So, guys, if you're trying to pull data from Binance, make sure you use version 5, WebSocket data. Because they will geo-block you. Is GPT better than Cursor at writing code? Well, Cursor is all models. Like, you understand, Cursor is just an agentic scaffolding around the model itself. So you can use GPT-5 in Cursor to write code. So I think all models have their own, they have their own strengths and weaknesses. Like Claude is really good at web dev stuff, and GPT-5 is really good at this, math and quant dev workflow. Yeah, basically. Quant dev, algo dev, whatever you want to say. It's like basically you want to make a profitable trading algorithm with code. You are focusing on this. No, it's just I have quant dev in the thing because I'm making a website called quantdev.ai, and that's why I use quant dev. It's quantitative developer, quantitative software. What's up, trader? How much did you make another 10K, trader? I dislike Cursor. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Ramsey, I don't like agentic coding at all. I barely use it. I am the agent. I am the orchestrator. I do a better job than AI can do because I have the proper biases and I have the proper new knowledge. I have, all my biases are useful to making better code. I work at AWS and believe the whole shutdown the other day happened because somebody vibe coded. It's possible. It's very possible that someone vibe coded something. I know there's a bunch of things that, yeah, you never know what happened. It was weird because I was actually trying to pip install things and like the DNS error was happening. I was like, what's going on, dude? Like, is Python done? Somebody just pushed some vibe code scripts. There should be a way to test the code though. That's the problem with these large corporate code bases. Like they need to refactor the whole code base to work around vibe coding, and then it'll actually work. Because there should have been a way to actually test the code that the guy pushed before running it. I mean, right? There should be a way to quantify that the code's not going to crash everything. And maybe not, because like the whole thing is just so large. Operating system? Yes, exactly. You want to the way I code is specifically for Windows. Do you particularly always on the look? Yeah. I have, when I have this system spec, so my first thing is OS Windows 11. Then I'm like Python version 3.114 no-gil. Then CUDA 13. Then I talk about my computer. Then I have PyTorch Nightly, all the stuff. Yeah, the more context and specific fine-grained detail you can give an AI, the better your code's going to be. Oh, okay, I see. There probably is a way to test. It's just people are lazy and they're like, nah, I don't want to test it. WebSocket. All right, let's see if that works now. Oh, hold on. Any tips for beginners in quant dev? Yeah, honestly, it's crazy to me, right? Because people aren't using AI to learn. This is a broad field, right? Coding is just one part of it. It's kind of understanding the math and the market pressures that math can. Was that double O trading? Yeah, just the best thing you can do is learn how to use AI. That's if you know how to use AI, you can learn about anything. You can get any code you want. You can get any math. You can literally do anything with AI. So your whole skill is going to be learning how to use AI properly to get what you want. Yes, so you got to understand when you're coding, when you're trying to make a trading algorithm or coding an algorithm, I still try using psychology. Oh yeah, double O trading. Oh, that was your thing, right? Yeah. Just figure out how to use AI to get what you want, right? Because it's so specific to what people want. To get from finance to data science, and yeah, I think if you're doing finance, data science is literally what I'm doing here. I'm like doing quant dev is a lot of just researching. So if you have that skill, Team Quant, what's up, Elise Levy? What's up, Team Quant? We're back at it. Yeah, quant dev here. GitHub Copilot is the move, brother. When you say GitHub Copilot, I'm literally thinking like it's just GPT-5. It's just like Copilot is a bunch of different models, right? It's Claude, it's GPT-5 mostly. So it's to each your own, right? It's like just how do you want to? Am I wasting time using AI only to understand concept? Not to give me code. You should do both. You should use it to understand the concept and to give you code. So you're not wasting your time. Medical engineering science. Yeah. I mean, if you have the mental capacity to learn that stuff, then you can basically learn anything. You just gotta tune your brain to something different. If you have the capacity to learn medical engineering and science, all that stuff, the skill is like you're capable of learning. That's really the skill you need. Are you able to think critically, ask AI about things that you need to know, and learn it, and internalize it, and then use that and learn how to do that again with AI? So, yeah. So if you can learn, you can do it. Full code files. iCloud. What's the iCloud, dude? Nah, I'm just kidding. I know what the iCloud is. Skoikio. All right, we're gonna get this going. I am probably gonna need to get some food. Yeah, I probably should get some food, guys. We'll see what kind of food. Might just get Chipotle. And class using Arch Linux, criticizing. Yeah, see, you do not get caught up in the nonsensical world of like, you're not allowed to use AI to advance your life. Don't use AI. How dare you use AI to do the best things in the world? You must learn it step by step. There is two different forms of learning now. It's like you can start from the very beginning and work very slowly, right? Or you can just jump right to most sophisticated stuff and learn backwards. Honestly, I go for it. Go to the most sophisticated stuff, learn what works, use AI. Yeah, you should be talking to AI at least once a day to learn something new. Particularly for quant dev, there's so many things you need to learn. Can you help me exchange coins? No, I will not help you launder money. That sounds like laundering money or something sketchy. Is this this is what Wall Street runs on? Exactly, dude. Wall Street does run on this. Now, okay, when you think there's so much nuance to everything, guys. I'm so sorry I keep going. Wall Street, I've lived on Wall Street, right? If you go to the New York Stock Exchange, this is not what they're doing at the New York Stock. There is algorithms running on a server for that exchange, but people on the Wall Street trading flow are not really using, they are using algorithms, but it's probably like, you know, execution algorithms, different things, right? This is gonna be more in the server blade side. Not really like what you traditionally think of like a trading floor. But yeah, most of the most of the trading on every exchange is run by algorithms. It's just too easy to do it. It's not too easy. It's just like that's what it does. That's what you got to do. Warning: coin exchange fetch failed. Oh, exchange info. Yeah. How hard is it to get into hedge funds? Oh, it's insanely hard, dude. It's extremely difficult. It is yeah, it's really difficult. It's a lot of, it's like, yeah, a lot of network, and then it's also a lot of being really intelligent with math and knowing how to do that. It's just tons of different factors, right? It's like, does that person who's gonna hire you like just like vibe with you? I don't know. There's so many different factors into that. And everyone wants that job because it pays so well. It's a very lucrative career field. Yeah, Geoster. Can you help me exchange coins? I pay high fees. Skoikoi, I just wanna understand, right? If you're trying to exchange coins for dollars, Geoster, I'll be very careful. Skoikoi, he's trying to do something sketchy. Geoster, be very careful. His question was so fishy, it just threw. Trading with Python. Yes, we are currently, right now we're collecting data in Python. Looks like we're collecting in a NumPy nd.json.gz, so it's a compressed version NumPy. So this is my workflow. You collect the data, Python sum. What are the topics that would help me go from intermediate to high-level coder to quant? Microstructure edge. Look up order flow and balance. Learn how to think. So when there's different horizons, like most retail people, we really can't trade 1 second under, right? Because it's gonna eat up fees. Capturing that small little spread is not gonna be enough. Unless you're doing, or at least Levy, appreciate you, man, stopping by. Yeah, we'll see you around. We'll see you in the Discord. What are the topics that help me? Yeah, just look at microstructure edge. That's going to be your most sophisticated stuff that you could learn about right now. Probably the most lucrative as well. What am I going to be for Halloween? I'm just going to be a quant dev for Halloween. I'm probably going to be sitting right here doing the same thing I'm doing every day. It's particularly on Halloween because I have the day off then. So I'm definitely going to be pushing algorithmic code. I'm going to be doing the code thing. But guys, I'm going to push offline here with the YouTube. We'll